Hey, Ashley here. I'm going to be direct. I want to make sure you know you're exactly in the right place because you're about to see how I went from burnout and overwhelm to easily generating 10 to 20K in 30 days by simply implementing holistic healing services in my business. And you can see I'm in my bank account, what life was like before at $19,000. And then after, this is one of my deposits, I made over 28K in my first month working 36 hours. So no more hours, no more double booking, no more adding on more hair services. So this is really a sustainable way for you to get to 10 to 20K in the business. You don't have to be super spiritual or woo woo at all to do this either, which is great. And you can see many years later, I'm able to maintain sustainable long-term growth. This is an 85K balance from a couple months ago. The month after that is 91K. And then the month after that is $103,000. And to be honest, most of my life was not like this. I was very much stuck in feast or famine and hustle and grind mode for most of my life. So that's why I want to share these keys with you today. And just for good measure, here's my most recent bank statement of 235K. And I'm in the middle of a salon build out. So you guys know what it's like to build out a salon and all the costs that go into it. And what's great is that I'm able to do it from a place that really feels great for me. Like I'm not stuck in hustle and grind or feast or famine mode during this whole build out. And I want that for more and more people in our industries. And so I'm going to get straight to the point and deliver everything for you in about 10 minutes. My frameworks, how to make 10 to 20K per month in 30 days while working 3 days a week, how you can implement holistic healing, increase your prices, attract your dream clients. And also, if you make it to the end of this video, I'm going to share a free gift with you. Here are some hairdressers that I've worked with. Laura, who was able to achieve six figures after over 10 years of being in the business and not being able to do it. Serena was able to triple her revenue through our time together, and Kelsey was able to charge over $232 per hour within 75 days of us working together. And listen, the thing that these people have in common is they are exceptional people, right? Like they understood that they had to invest in their business and they also had to commit time and really hold the vision, right? And so if you want to have that too, you will also have to invest and you will also have to commit, right? And listen, I've worked with people who are in competitive markets like LA, New York, Sydney, Australia, also in small towns like Iowa and the Bible Belt in Alabama. And the thing that I've discovered in all of these years is implementing holistic healing services and doing it the right way is actually a blue ocean, meaning that it's very new. A lot of people are not doing it. Maybe some people have a holistic lifestyle, but they're not doing all the things that they really could be doing to be super successful. And it's really a bummer because I feel like there needs to be more of us in this industry. So I feel like if you're able to crack the code, you're going to be ahead of so many people, right? Being able to be profitable, make money for yourself. And I know that money is not the end all be all, but it does represent freedom and security. And I want that for you. So here's key number one. And I want you to implement holistic healing services behind the chair, right? I want you to impact your clients more, stand out from other hairdressers and salons, be able to charge more. But the key here is you can't just implement it right out the gate abruptly or even unprofessionally because you're going to confuse your clients and you're going to potentially turn them off. And so I've created specific systems that can help you implement it easily as well as delight your clients. And it has generated so much profitability, not only for myself, but many of the people who've worked with me over the years. And for you, if you're just getting started, or maybe you took a Reiki class, take your time during the shampoo service right now in your business to intentionally flow good thought, prayers, intentions, right? Because that stuff does matter. There's a reason why people ask for prayers during times of strife and struggle, right? Because that flowing of intentionality does matter. And if you work in a busy space, you might have to imagine that you and your client are closed off in a bubble so that you can kind of set that sacred space. But I want you to start implementing that now and just getting into that intentionality because it's already going to tune you into what it's like to create an experience for your client instead of an a la carte service. And sure, while I've been doing it for years, the people that I worked with who are newer to this were easily able to implement my copy and paste systems so that they could go from $3,000 per month on average to over $10,000 while working less, literally just copying my proven system and everything that I am talking about in this video. So it's not just me. Number two is increasing your prices. And I feel like so many of us get it wrong because there's a lot of emotion behind money, right? And the big difference between people who are successful is having proven systems, proven concepts, which obviously will allow you to feel more confident and capable in that process. You need to have a step by step system to feel really aligned, right? Because it is about alignment. And I've used this same system for years with myself, with people that I've worked with, so that they can also get that consistency and security and also feel very confident and aligned about their price increases. And the keys for you to download and take home with you are really going all in on your experience, right? It's not just an add-on. I really want you to over deliver on value to your clients, but also be able to communicate that eventually when you send out your price increase, right? Because you want to prioritize your experience over everything, right? You can choose to go tipless, you can have package or session-based pricing, but the key is to really get them into your experience and really paint the benefits for them, right? And so that's going to help anchor it in for them for why they would want to actually stay with you and also pay more. And let's go back to Kelsey, right? So, of course, she was obviously nervous, like most of us, when she raised her prices. But once she followed the system, she saw a 31% increase right away and was able to do it and attract her dream clients without losing a bunch of clients. Or even Wendy here, who did a price increase right out the gate within less than 30 days and already was making over $2,000 extra per month, helping her clients and herself without working more hours. Number three is attracting your dream clients. And the piece that I want to talk to you about is that you've actually got to lose the clients who are not really a good fit for you. And I know that that's hard, but you actually lose money if it's not a vibe, right? So I want you to imagine what would it feel like to actually tune into the most delicious clients and only work with them, right? And actually work with people who want to pay your new prices or value you already at where you're at. Because if you look at it in a longer time frame, because you want to work the business with the end in mind, what would it look like if you actually worked with only dream clients, right? So I want you to stop accepting just any client. I want you to actually tune in on exactly what kind of client you want to draw in. And then that's where we start creating a vibrational marketing strategy off of. Because once you start to qualify who that is, then you have the power to really choose your clients. Then you have the power to only work with people who light you up instead of drain you. All you have to do is plug and play with my frameworks, like Melissa here. She was able to use the lessons and the concepts. We added some sparkle to customize it to her business, but she started attracting dream clients right out the gate. And the warning is that, because I've seen this in our business especially, I really believe that the reason that I'm successful is that I've invested the time as well as the resources into being really amazing at this. And I've taken it seriously, right? Really learning this stuff and implementing what I'm sharing with you right now. And I feel like most people in our industry don't do that when it comes to holistic business. They might do maybe a 1 or 2 day event and maybe they'll invest in technical education, but they don't necessarily do it when it comes to holistic salon business growth. And to be honest, it shows. It's not professional. And I understand why it's hard for them to make traction because it doesn't really feel worthy of charging more. And I feel like it's a shame because from my vantage point, they should be really going all in on it so that they can have the freedom and security and impact that they want. And so if you're somebody who likes to DIY, just know that it's going to take a long time and it's going to maybe cost you some money, which is ultimately going to cost you freedom, which is ultimately what the money represents, right? But the good news is that once you get down to the systems and you get the concepts and you crack the code, that's when magic happens, right? Like everything explodes and holistic healing is still so new and it's only continuing to grow. It's not the traditional salon model where you have to put tons of hours in or just do more and more and more. You're literally limited by time. But by niching down and really going all in on this allows you to really work less while also creating more impact. You're not going to see this kind of nervous system friendly kind of growth process. Everything else just tells you to do more or kind of is like a hack. And this is a sprint in the beginning. However, once you get everything set up and you get these systems into your business, it becomes a lot easier. You can have peace of mind. You can actually live the rest of your life. I feel blessed now that I can actually take time off and not constantly worried about my business, right? And you get to stand out in your market. And the exciting part is that many people are not implementing this and going fall in. So whenever I work with a hairdresser who wants to implement holistic services, I really want to understand more about you. And so here's how I can give you an alternative between, traditional salon model and just DIYing everything, which is your goals and challenges are very specific, right? So I can't come through the video right now and say, hey, like this is exactly where I see that you need to grow and where you can thrive, right? And that's the drawback of this video. But I know that if I was able to actually hear you, take you in, I could design a specific blueprint on how exactly you can implement healing, raise your prices, attract your dream clients. And I feel like that kind of advice is super valuable because of the results that we have achieved here. And so my free gift is exactly that. I want to offer you a free coaching session. It's a free Zoom session, and we call them a blueprint session. You're going to see a link at the bottom of this video where you can do exactly that, where we can actually point out your blind spots and see how you can grow. I really believe that you do need a unique strategy. Even though we have proven systems, we still want to design it to you. So everything is going to be super customizable and specific to you. It's been incredible to teach people how to tune into their healing gifts and go all in on it to impact themselves and their clients. It's been incredible to watch them learn how to draw in their dream clients and really hone in and get specific. It's been amazing to watch people get the money goals that they never thought possible, such as 6xing their income. Like, who doesn't want that, right? So I want you to think about this call as potentially changing your life, right? Like, how much would your life change if you were able to make six figures in an aligned way while only working 3 to 4 days per week and feeling amazing about your business, right? Like that feeling and that result snowballs into the next year and the next year and the next year. So book a call, right? Because if you do nothing, you're guaranteed nothing. But if you do something and you take action, then that's where magic can happen, right? Plus, you might get to hang out with me. And for real, like I really believe that there's no reason for you to lollygag, right? Like you're unique. So get a unique blueprint. And again, my name is Ashley Walker. My mentorship is called Becoming Light. And my team and I look so forward to speaking with you in the next day or so.